Welcome to Gold Salsa. My name is Felipe Talona Jr., and this is my lovely partner and wife.
Carolina Orlovsky-Talona.
And this is our introduction to...
Dance positions.
So, to make your gold level dancing a little bit more softer and fluid and rhythmical, what we want to think of doing is the same exercise that we applied earlier on, where we were thinking of extending our energies towards our partner, and then she's going to lift and extending the energies toward our partner. And now we're going to apply them by doing simple exercises. Ladies can just stand there for right now. Sorry, ladies will just stand there for right now. And energy, don't touch, and then touch. Let me show you. Energy, don't touch, and then touch. Energy, don't touch, and then touch. Energy, don't touch, and then touch. By practicing this, and ladies, you can do it too, it's going to help you out with leading so much better than grabbing and pulling your partner or just being very timid and shy. By repeating it over and over and over again, it gives you a lot of experience to lead the lady from one position to the next as we're asking for her hand and taking her from a simple pattern to a more complex pattern, and then constantly asking but never invading the lady's space or never being timid enough to go towards the center.
Ladies, the same energy principles apply for you. So when we touch, we want to touch without invading the man's space or pushing or pulling on the hand. So we're hoping to maintain a consistent connection throughout. So I'm going to give him energy, I'm not going to touch, and then I'm going to touch, and I'm really stretching my fingers in every direction. So all 5 of my fingers are stretching outward in every single direction. And then I'm going to wrap pinky, ring, middle, index, and thumb around my partner. Now, you don't have to have a completely closed grip. If you want to have more relaxed fingers, that's fine, as long as there's length through the fingertips all the way around the hand. That's really important when you're touching. The next position we talked about was going up to down. And notice my elbows are slightly bent. I have not locked my arm, therefore I'm not throwing myself back. Often when we lock the elbows, we tend to be back weighted. So it's really important to extend and connect and use this platform as an incentive to lift the body, to lift the sides, to close the rib cage, and have a very long spine with distance in between the vertebrae.
So that way when we do something with rhythmicality, it's coming from the body instead of from the arms. And that's how we can elevate this dance and make it a lot more polished, refined, and also being more considerate towards our partner. We also spoke about our posture and how to align our bodies. And if you missed it in the other 2 DVDs, which you shouldn't have, we're going to talk about 5 boxes. The first box coming from the floor to the knees. You can see I bend there. And then I'm going to stack another box on top from the hips to the knees. And then another box from the rib cage to the hips. And then another box from the shoulders to the rib cage. And then the last box from the head, top of the head to the neck and the shoulder line. So you can see whenever you're dancing, if you're looking in the mirror or you're looking in the camera, you can see that. See how my head's tilted forward? The top box is unlined. My shoulders are up. Something's out of line. My shoulders are forward or back. My pelvis is forward or back, or my hips are side to side. That's going to put you in very awkward positions. Also, when you step, if you're lifting up and you're putting your body in these awkward positions, your body isn't aligned, so you're not going to be able to move very fluidly. If you just think of standing very vertically, and I know a lot of the things that we're discussing about are making you feel a little stiff right now. Oh my gosh, how am I supposed to move? But through this discipline, we believe that you'll get a lot more freedom.
We really want to think of engaging the hip flexors, wrapping around the thighs, wrapping around the bum, and also we want to think of wrapping inward with the rib cage. So this is really quiet and nothing exaggerated is happening. So we don't want hips that look like this, and we don't want ribs that cause our posture to arch. So we really want to be long and really elegant looking as we dance.
Another reason why we want to think of opening up the hip flexors is when we don't open up the hip flexors, we tend to be a little pigeon-toed. So everything ends up being very sickled and awkward instead of turned out, which is aesthetically a lot more pleasing.
throughout the patterns, the natural foot placement is slightly turned out. And by no means are we talking about a ballet type of turnout. We're talking about a sliver of your tiny favorite pie. So
Tiny.
tiny, a little slice. Nothing more than that is required. And throughout the pattern, we're using a ball flat action. So our feet are going ball flat, ball flat, ball flat, ball flat, ball flat, ball flat, which is what you would use if you were dancing a simple merengue.
Now, when we do say ball flat, you don't have to really accentuate the ball and stay there and articulate the flat, although we do want that. The better you are, the more refined that gets. But you can think of just passing through and making it very soft and fluid and ball flat. All we're saying is we're lightly landing on the foot like a cat landing softly instead of stomping on the floor or trying to really articulate the feet like that. We just want a very nice soft movement where we're going forward and back and forward. Later on, you can add your rhythmicality to the body. Dunka dunka da, dunka dunka da, ba ka da ka da, ya ka ta ka ta.